Yes, I'm back. So I got a short visit. I got some clean clothes, but I like to open the doors when I'm getting a visit to my apartment. So I got some clean underwear and t-shirts. This bag, not supposed, but I did buy new cheap underwear from this Lidl. So now we can put the heating back and close the door. It's freezing cold. It's like 0 degrees Celsius. A little bit more than 0. 3.5 there. Yes, I have this sleeping mattress there. I made a video, I put it together today. So let's put the heating on. 3.5. And I got a bit chicken. I will chicken wings. I will cook some rice. Later I will cook some rice and chicken. Then I got this soy sauce, salty soy sauce. But let's try to finish. I like to go super early to bed today. Like it's dark, like 3:30 p.m. It's dark, so I like to get to bed and I'm still copy video to my external hard drive. So let's close again. And I'm thirsty and then still have a bit cola left for last part of the video. Cheers. But let's check the heating again because I forgot to put the heating on the last night. I do that because I always sleepy. I did not have the heating on in my living room tonight because I forgot to put it on. So I know I just put it on, but I have to do it 2 times. Because always I forget to take heating on or off somewhere. If I not check it 2 times. So now I'm finished copying some videos. But I have to do this 1 minute. I have to delete it. But I had to do this copy when I'm not recording video because I need some peace and quiet to do this when I back up my my YouTube video. Yes, I'm just deleting 100 gigabytes, so now I have to delete my paper bag on the Windows, empty paper bag on the Windows. So there's 168 gigabyte left, but I have to continue later when I'm not recording. I cannot do this same time. I have to forget about this now because I do this, I have to upload this video, so I need to have some. I will do this later tonight, finish recording video. I will do the final backup. Let's just continue. I think we have power enough on the camcorder. I need a minute to do myself ready. Look my cell phone. Yes, because when I'm walking around in my apartment or bathroom, I cannot hear if any text message. No, I cannot hear the notifications when I'm walking around my apartment or I am in my kitchen or bathroom. I'm not waiting, but now I got unexpected visits. So that stuff, if I was in my bathroom, I will not have read it. Or I was cooking food. But now I was laying at my bed, then I noticed this notification. Let's continue. Continue.
Support. 102 editions. Windows Vista shipped in 6 different editions. 103. These are roughly divided into 2 target markets, consumer and business, with editions varying to cater to specific sub-markets. For consumers, there are 3 editions, with 2 available for economically more developed countries. Windows Vista Start Edition is aimed at low-powered computers with availability only in emerging markets. Windows Vista Home Basic is intended for budget users. Windows Vista Home Premium covers the majority of the consumer market and contains applications for creating and using multimedia. The Home editions cannot join a Windows Server domain. For businesses, there are 3 editions as well. Windows Vista Business is specifically designed for small and medium-sized enterprises, 104, while Windows Vista Enterprise, 105, is only available to customers participating in Microsoft's software assurance program. Windows Vista Ultimate contains the complete feature set of both the Home and Business, combination of both Home Premium and Enterprise editions, as well as a set of Windows Ultimate extras, and is aimed at enthusiasts. All editions except Windows Vista Starter support both 32-bit, x86, and 64-bit, x64, processor architectures. In the European Union, Home Basic N and Business N variants are also available. These come without Windows Media Player, due to EU sanctions brought against Microsoft for violating antitrust laws. Similar sanctions exist in South Korea. Visual styles. A comparison of the 4 visual styles included in Windows Vista. Windows Vista has 4 distinct visual styles. 106, 107. Windows Aero. Vista's default visual style, Windows Aero, is built on a desktop composition engine called Desktop Window Manager. Windows Aero introduces support for translucency effects, glass, window thumbnails on the taskbar, window animations, and other visual effects, for example Windows Flip 3D, and is intended for mainstream and high-end video cards. To enable these features, the contents of every open window are stored in video memory to facilitate tearing-free movement of windows. As such, Windows Aero has significantly higher hardware requirements than its predecessors. Systems running Vista must have video card drivers compatible with the Windows Display Driver Model, WDDM, and the minimum graphics memory required is 128 MB. Depending on the resolution used. 108. Windows Aero is not included in the Starter and Home Basic editions. A variant of Windows Aero, dubbed Windows Vista Standard, lacking the glass effects, window animations, and other advanced graphical effects, is included in Home Basic. 109. Windows Vista Basic. This visual style does not employ the desktop window manager. As such, it does not feature transparency or translucency, window animation, Windows Flip 3D or any of the functions provided by the DWM. It is the default visual style on Windows Vista Starter and on systems without WDDM-compatible display drivers, and has similar video card requirements to Windows XP. Before Service Pack 1, a machine that failed Windows Genuine Advantage validation would also default to this visual style. 110. Windows Standard. The Windows Standard and Windows Classic visual styles reprise the user interface of Windows 9X, Windows 2000 and Microsoft's Windows Server line of operating systems. As with previous versions of Windows, this visual style supports custom color schemes, which are collections of color settings. Windows Vista includes 4 high contrast color schemes and the default color schemes from Windows 98. Titled Windows Classic, and Windows 2000/Windows Me, titled Windows Standard. 109. Hardware requirements. Computers with a certified for Windows Vista sticker met WHQL testing requirements. Sound supported new features such as Windows Aero. Computers capable of running Windows Vista are classified as Vista capable and Vista Premium ready. 111. A Vista capable or equivalent PC is capable of running all editions of Windows Vista, although some of the special features and high-end graphics options may require additional or more advanced hardware. A Vista Premium ready PC can take advantage of Vista's high-end features. 112. Windows Vista's basic and classic interfaces work with virtually any graphics hardware that supports Windows XP or 2000. Accordingly, most discussion around Vista's graphics requirements centers on those for the Windows Aero interface. As of Windows Vista Beta 2, the NVIDIA GeForce 6 series and later, the ATI Radeon 9500 and later, Intel's GMA 950 and later integrated graphics, and a handful of VIA chipsets and S3 graphics discrete chips are supported. Although originally supported, the GeForce FX 5 series has been dropped from newer drivers from NVIDIA. The last driver from NVIDIA to support the GeForce FX series on Vista was 96.85. 113. 114. Microsoft offered a tool called the Windows Vista Upgrade Advisor. 112. To assist Windows XP and Vista users in determining what versions of Windows their machine is capable of running. The required server connections for this utility are no longer available. Although the installation media included in retail packages is a 32-bit DVD, customers needing a CD-ROM or customers who wish for a 64-bit install media can acquire this media through the Windows Vista Alternate Media Program. 115. The Ultimate Edition includes both 32-bit and 64-bit media. 116. The digitally downloaded version of Ultimate includes only one version, either 32-bit or 64-bit, from Windows Marketplace. Windows Vista System Requirements. 117. 118. Component of PC minimum. Required recommended processor 800 MHz, 1 GB memory 512 MB. 384 MB for Starter Edition. 1 GB graphics card SuperVGORD 1.0 compliant. 32 bits per pixel, DirectX 9.0 support, Pixel Shader 2.0 support, graphics memory 128 MB, total HDD capacity 20 GB, 40 GB free HDD space, 15 GB optical drive, SCROM drive, IDVDROM drive, others, TV tuner card, Premium, Ultimate. Touchscreen, Premium, Business, Ultimate. USB flash drive, Ultimate. Trusted platform module, Ultimate. Physical memory limits. The maximum amount of RAM that Windows Vista can support varies, depending on both its edition and its processor architecture, as shown in the table. 119. Edition processor architecture IA32X64 Ultimate 4GB 128GB Enterprise eBusiness Home Premium 16GB Home Basic 8GB Starter 1GB. Processor limits. The maximum number of logical processors, 120, in a PC that Windows Vista supports is 32, 121, for 32-bit, 64, 122, for 64-bit. 123. The maximum number of physical processors in a PC that Windows Vista supports is 2 for Business Enterprise and Ultimate, and 1 for Starter, Home Basic, and Home Premium. 124. Updates. Microsoft occasionally releases updates such as service packs for its Windows operating systems to fix bugs, improve performance and add new features. Service Pack 1. Windows Vista Service Pack 1, SP1, was released on the 4th of February, 2008, alongside Windows Server 2008 to OEM partners, after a 5-month beta test period. The initial deployment of the service pack caused a number of machines to continually reboot, rendering the machines unusable. 125. This temporarily caused Microsoft to suspend automatic deployment of the service pack until the problem was resolved. The synchronized release date of the two operating systems reflected the merging of the workstation and server kernels back into a single code base for the first time since Windows 2000. MSDN subscribers were able to download SP1 on the 15th of February, 2008. SP1 became available to current Windows Vista users on Windows Update and the Download Center on the 18th of March, 2008. 126, 127, 128. Initially, the service pack only supported 5 languages: English, French, Spanish, German and Japanese. Support for the remaining 31 languages was released on the 14th of April, 2008. 129, a white paper, published by Microsoft on the 29th of August, 2007, outlined the scope and intent of the service pack, identifying 3 major areas of improvement: reliability and performance, administration experience and support for newer hardware and standards. 130. One area of particular note is performance. Areas of improvement include file copy operations, hibernation logging off on domain-joined machines, JavaScript parsing in Internet Explorer, network file share browsing. 127. Windows Explorer zip file handling. 131. And Windows Disk Defragmented. 132. The ability to choose individual drives to defragment is being reintroduced as well. 127. Service Pack 1 introduced support for some new hardware and software standards, notably the XFAT file system. 127. 802.11n wireless networking, IPv6 over VPN connections, and the Secure Socket Tunneling Protocol. 133. Booting a system using extensible firmware interface on x64 systems was also introduced. Winking sad smiley. 127. This feature had originally been slated for the initial release of Vista but was delayed due to a lack of compatible hardware at the time. Booting from a Git partition table-based hard drive greater than 2.19 TB is supported, x64 only. 134, 135. 2 areas have seen changes in SP1 that have come as the result of concerns from software vendors. One of these is desktop search. Users will be able to change the default desktop search program to one provided by a third party instead of the Microsoft desktop search program that comes with Windows Vista, and desktop search programs will be able to seamlessly tie in their services into the operating system. 128. These changes come in part due to complaints from Google, whose Google